Parents said they weren't notified about the club before their kids were asked to join. The article says Beaverton parents expressed frustration at Tuesday's virtual school board meeting about a new club called the Queer Straight Alliance at Rally Hills Elementary. This is 4th and 5th grade students. This is a quote. These kids are far too young to be learning about this subject at school. They should be learning about different lifestyles with their parents, as is their right. One parent said during the meeting. KOIN 6 News spoke with district officials who said the club was started earlier this month by 2 5th graders. Started by 2 5th graders. I'm going to scroll down, but I want to talk about what the district said. This is like really crazy to me. So the district said, the district says 40 students signed up after the 2 students gave a presentation about the club to 4th and 5th graders. Since the presentation was during school hours, district officials said parent approval wasn't needed. That's the part. I mean, first of all, the whole club is crazy to me. But the fact that the district said, this is in school hours. We don't need your input. We don't need your approval because this is during our time. This is our time to do what we will with your kids. So you have no say, parents. What do you say about that? What are your thoughts?
I think those school officials over at Beaverton are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you got to think about who is pushing these 5-year-olds to legitimately start a club about
4th and 5th graders. So 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds.
4th and 5th graders. Yeah, I don't know too many 4th and 5th graders who are talking about sexuality. To be honest, I have 12-year-olds, and they don't even talk about sexuality. That's not even something that crosses their mind. And on top of that, I think this whole push to make every single person non-binary or accept this, this notion that you can be who you want to, or date who you want to, and if you're a guy, you don't like dating other guys, and then you're this, and if you're a female, you don't like dating other females, then you're that. If you don't accept transgender as a sexual preference, then you're this. I think it's all ridiculous, and I think it's a fad. I think it's going to phase out, but it's going to take people standing up to the ignorance, to say that, this has got to stop. But as far as telling the school board, telling the students or those parents that the parents that it's not going to have any say so in what goes on in school because of school time, I think that's a complete lie. Those parents do have a say so in what goes on in that school, and they absolutely should have a say so. And I think that's that school board thinking that they have more power than the parents, and that's always wrong. Those parents need to stand up to the school board and start advocating for some people to get fired.
Absolutely. It's crazy. So recently, Merrick Garland, through the National School Board Association, the NSBA, through the DOJ, the Biden administration, down to or up to Merrick Garland, they called us parents domestic terrorists. So how many children do you have?
I have 4 children.
You have 4 babies. So you, by default, because you stand up for your kids, are a domestic terrorist. Welcome to the club. Welcome. And
I don't mind it.
Right? It's like a badge of honor at this point. It is absurd to me that people feel comfortable to say out loud that during school hours, we don't have to tell you what. Remember those little consent forms that we used to send you? That was just for kicks and giggles. Like, we really didn't have to send you that. Exactly. We can do with your kid what we will. Because they are in our presence. They are in our government school. We don't have to notify you. We can have them do whatever they want to do. If the kids say that they want to do it, that's just fine with them. It makes me wonder, what is the real agenda here? Because to me, that's tantamount to grooming. If this was in any other setting, where would we be okay with our 9-year-old and our 10-year-old kids being exposed to sexual programming, sexual curriculum, sexual ideas, sexual anything, like 9 and 10? Because even with sex ed, that started in 6th grade, if I'm not mistaken. I remember it being junior high. So this is even like before just, typical sex ed. This is 9 and 10-year-olds talking about sexuality. Am I like being too, is that going too far? I think it's grooming. I'm like, what is your real agenda here? Why do you want to push this sexual stuff on my kids so much? Is that too much? Am I being crazy?
No, you're not being crazy. I think they're trying to normalize some form of pedophilia, and they have age fluid, just like they have gender fluid. And it's like, well, adult can be attracted to a kid because it's natural, and it's like that's not natural. I mean, I can understand like back in the days of the knights and King Arthur that dating a 12 or 14-year-old was normal, but it's not normal anymore. And I think that those parents got to have a choice in what's being taught to those kids. I mean, never in my lifetime would I ever allow my 14-year-old daughter or my 12-year-old twin daughters to date a grown ass man. That's just not going to happen. That man is going to be a hashtag. He's not going to exist anymore. So, and I think that a lot of parents.
Wait. He gonna be on somebody's t-shirt.
Yeah, he gonna be a hashtag. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think that's a rap line. Isn't that a line from a rap song? Is that Lil Baby, The Baby, somebody baby? I don't know.
I sparingly listen to music because I'm so busy. I run an international development and contracting company, so I don't get an opportunity to listen to music a lot. I'm always on the go, always busy. But if I do get an opportunity to listen to music, I will listen to The Baby.